Have you ever stopped to think that, even with all our technology, there are still places no human will ever set foot in? Sounds impossible, right? But here's a counterintuitive truth. Neither money, nor courage, nor an obsession with adventure will be enough to open those doors. What you're about to discover today will shock a lot of people. Because while we believe the world is ours, the reality is that Earth hides secrets that defy logic, places so unreachable that even Google Earth tries, but fails, to explain them. Get ready for a journey where the forbidden meets the unbelievable. From the depths of the oceans to the heights of the spiritual, each destination is a living mystery. And in the end, you'll ask yourself, are there secrets that were meant to never be revealed? Imagine walking for miles across frozen tundra and suddenly coming across a perfect circle reflecting the sky. That's Pingalute Crater, one of the great Google Earth secrets only satellites can reveal. Formed by a meteorite impact, it looks like a hidden gem in the middle of nowhere. Spanning more than 2.1 miles in diameter, this crater is one of those impossible places nature keeps untouched. There are no rivers flowing in or out, just an isolated lake that defies all logic. Seen from space, it looks like a blue mirror lost in a frozen desert. What's most impressive is the purity of the water, 10 times clearer than most lakes on Earth. These hidden places on Earth aren't just beautiful. They're time capsules. Diving there would be like touching billions of years of history, but that's a privilege reserved for a few. These craters prove that some secrets were meant to be observed, not conquered. And if you think that sounds surreal, wait until you learn about mountains no one has ever climbed. Mountains that blend mystery, spirituality, and legends as old as humanity itself. Some mountains aren't challenging just because of their altitude, but because of the meaning they carry. Mount Kailash, for example, is considered sacred by several religions, which is why it remains untouched. It's one of those impossible places where spirituality outweighs adventure. Climbing Kailash would be like violating a natural temple unthinkable for millions of people. And it's not just about faith. There's a mystery surrounding these mountains that even Google Earth secrets can't capture. They seem to guard something beyond human logic. Cerro Alono, remote and unknown, follows the same pattern. Few dare to approach it, whether because of its harsh geography or the overwhelming feeling of facing something that shouldn't be conquered. These hidden places on Earth remind us that not everything needs to be dominated. Now imagine if each of these peaks were explored. What would happen to the legends, the myths, and the symbolic power surrounding them? Perhaps it's better that they remain inaccessible, because there are islands that follow the same logic, forgotten by the world, yet thriving under their own rules. In the middle of the South Atlantic lies a nearly impossible point to reach, Bouvet Island. Considered one of the most isolated places on the planet, it's the ultimate example of unreachable locations. Imagine trying to get there, rough seas, fierce storms, and no harbor to dock at. A challenge that turns curiosity into a distant dream. Niihau, however, follows a different yet equally mysterious path. Located in Hawaii, it's known as the Forbidden Island, where access is restricted and controlled by cultural traditions. It's one of those hidden places on Earth that feels frozen in time, preserving customs the rest of the world has long forgotten. What's most fascinating is the contrast. While Bouvet is pure isolation, Niihau is isolation with purpose. There, the Hawaiian language is still spoken and technology barely arrives. These impossible places are a reminder that not all progress needs Wi-Fi. But if you think forgotten islands are intriguing, wait until you discover plateaus and caves that seem suspended in time, places where biodiversity hides secret science hasn't even dared to reveal. Imagine a massive cliff rising in the middle of the forest, like a fortress built by the gods. These are the Tepuy Immense Plateaus in Venezuela, true Google Earth secrets that seem to float above the greenery. It feels like discovering a piece of another planet in the heart of the Amazon. Extreme isolation has created unique ecosystems. Species found nowhere else on Earth thrive here, making these hidden places on Earth a paradise for scientists. Every expedition is like opening a book with unwritten pages, revealing secrets that challenge biology. And it's not just the plateaus. The caves within them hide underground lakes and geological formations that look like works of art. These impossible places are so stunning they inspired stories like Arthur Conan Doyle's The Lost World, a perfect setting for anyone who loves mysteries. But if you think reaching the Tepuy is an adventure, wait until you discover a region where nature rules and humans survive only if they respect its laws. A land that separates continents and shatters any illusion of human control. Between Panama and Colombia lies a green void that looks straight out of a survival movie. The Darien Gap. No roads, no law, and full of dangers, this is one of the most challenging, impossible places on the planet. Crossing it takes more than courage. It requires accepting that the jungle plays by its own rules. The vegetation is so dense that even Google Earth Secrets can't reveal everything clearly. Here, nature reigns supreme, and every step can be a trap, from treacherous swamps to venomous creatures. Few dare to risk it, and those who do know there's no easy shortcut. The stories are filled with tension, travelers who vanished, adventurers who returned with tales that sound like legends. These hidden places on Earth remind us that civilization hasn't conquered every territory. In the Darien, every shadow could hide either a danger or a discovery. But if the jungle inspires fear, imagine places that aren't dangerous because of nature, but because of what humans have turned them into: stunning lands turned into pawns in a geopolitical chess game between world powers. Imagine an archipelago of breathtaking landscapes, with crystal clear waters and majestic volcanoes, yet a place no one can simply reach. The Kuril Islands, located between Japan and Russia, are a classic example of unreachable locations shaped by human conflicts, a true paradise trapped in a geopolitical chess game. What's ironic is that on Google Earth Secrets, these islands look inviting, but the reality is very different. Territorial disputes between two superpowers have turned the region into a sensitive hotspot. Visiting is nearly impossible without a permit that's rarely granted. Meanwhile, wildlife thrives. Bears and eagles reign free, as if they know humans don't have a free pass here. These hidden places on Earth are a harsh reminder. Sometimes it's not nature that keeps us away, but our own wars and ambitions. And if you think it's strange that a war can turn paradises into forbidden fortresses, wait until you learn about places that neither wars nor politics can explain, locations that fuel legends, conspiracies, and mystery no one can prove. Few people know this, but there are parts of the Grand Canyon where access is strictly forbidden. Known as the Forbidden Zone, these areas spark curiosity for one simple reason: no one clearly explains why the restrictions exist. For many, that's where conspiracy theories about hidden places on Earth begin. Stories circulate claiming these zones hide ruins of ancient civilizations or secret passages. Some even swear that Google Earth Secrets reveals strange shadows resembling structures. Coincidence or something they don't want us to uncover? This is the kind of mystery that fuels imagination. For conspiracy hunters, these impossible places are pure gold. Some believe there are connections to Egyptian cultures or even extraterrestrial visitors. It may sound crazy, but deep down, these stories keep alive the fascination with territories we can't explore. And if one canyon is enough to spark so much mystery, imagine an entire desert marked by geometric patterns visible only from space. Structures so bizarre they look like messages carved into Earth for someone or something to find. Imagine flying over an endless desert and suddenly spotting geometric patterns etched into the sand. These shapes are only visible from above, revealing Google Earth secrets that baffle scientists and enthusiasts alike. They're geoglyphs, perfect lines that raise an inevitable question: who made them and why? Some of these markings, like the famous Nazca lines, remain a mystery. For some, they're mere ritualistic symbols. For others, they're clues left for extraterrestrial visitors. These hidden places on Earth prove that the unknown still lives on our planet and loves to toy with human imagination. What's most intriguing is that even with advanced technology, we still don't have definitive answers. These impossible places are studied with drones, satellites, and radar, yet the enigma persists. Were they created by lost civilizations, or are we interpreting signals that were never meant for us? And if this already sounds surprising, wait until you see what comes next. Locations so secret that Google Earth simply blurs them out. Military bases they don't want you to see, fueling speculation and conspiracy theories across the internet. Have you noticed that while exploring the planet via satellite, some spots appear blurred? That's not a system glitch, it's intentional. Secret military bases rank among the most intriguing Google Earth secrets, and this censorship only fuels speculation. After all, what lies behind those digital smudges? Theories range from advanced technology testing to experiments that sound straight out of science fiction. Places like the infamous Area 51 are just the tip of the iceberg. These hidden places on Earth weren't designed for tourists, but to guard secrets we may never uncover. The irony is that the more they try to hide, the more curiosity they spark. Some impossible places appear blurred, while others aren't mapped at all. It's as if the map says, look somewhere else. Of course, that only makes us want to look even more. And if these bases can raise so many questions, imagine entire cities that vanished beneath the ocean, places once full of life, now sleeping on the seafloor, visible only through satellite images. Beneath the waters lie entire stories time chose to keep. Lost cities that once pulsed with life now appear only as shadows on the ocean floor. These are Google Earth secrets revealed through satellite images, showing ruins so precisely aligned they hardly seem natural. Some of these cities are tied to legends like Atlantis, while others are historical facts, silent tragedies swallowed by the sea. These hidden places on Earth are like time capsules, witnesses to civilizations that vanished without clear explanations, a true invitation to imagination. What's most astonishing is realizing that while we walk along beaches, we might be just a few meters from these mysterious structures. These impossible places remain inaccessible to most people, except for those who dive into deep waters or zoom in on satellite details. And even though technology brings us closer to these discoveries, there will always be a limit. Because some secrets were meant to stay where they are, in the silence of the deep. Now, you'll understand why these 10 places form a parallel universe no human will ever fully explore. Now that you've discovered these 10 places that seem straight out of another world, tell me, which one sparked your curiosity the most? Would you risk everything to reach one of these impossible places, or would you rather keep the mystery alive? Think carefully, because maybe the magic lies in what we can't touch. Earth is still full of enigmas, even in the digital age. And perhaps that's proof that not everything needs to be within our reach. But tell me, do you believe these places hold only natural wonders, or are there far greater secrets hidden there? Drop your thoughts in the comments and share your theories. And if you want to keep traveling to the planet's most secret corners without leaving your couch, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Because the next discovery might be even more surprising and you won't want to miss it.